Welcome to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. We focus on great original music, both present and past, from the Western New England area. And that's music from New Haven, Connecticut, and thereabouts, all the way through Western Massachusetts and Southern Vermont. And I'm Mark Ramone here this week with Mark Sherry.
Hello there.
The song intro to our show was Africanized by the late great sax player and Grammy Award winner Charles Neville and his son Khalif Neville from Huntington, Massachusetts. So, Mark, what are we doing today?
All right, that's a really good question, Mark. I'll get back to you in a little while when I
Okay,
figure it
okay.
out. Okay. We are going to have a really special show today. This is actually the second show that we're doing to celebrate the induction of 32 new songs into the Essential Western New England Songbook, which now has 232 of the best songs ever written by artists from Western New England. And that's basically artists from the New Haven, Connecticut area, and that greater area, all the way north through Connecticut, through Western Massachusetts, and the very southern part of Vermont. And we have a process where we've had uh, musicians and other people from the music industry throughout the region nominate songs, and a panel of judges voted on them. And again, we have now 232 songs that are just incredible songs written by some, again, unbelievable artists who you are lucky enough to going to be able to actually meet today, because we have four of the artists with us on this show. And we're going to play their songs that have just been inducted into the Essential Western New England Songbook. And yeah, it's going to be fun.
Absolutely. And we have a special guest host joining us today, Tracy Walton, who wears many hats, many musical hats, singer, songwriter, bassist, producer, author, studio owner. He's toured the country with various groups, including most recently the duo Belle of the Fall, played bass with David Bromberg and Vernon Reed, among others, produces albums for artists at his studio, On Deck Sound Studio in Northfield, Connecticut. Tracy's fourth album, Small Town America, is filled with a cast of renowned backing artists and will leave you longing for home. He is respected by everyone in the music industry, and we are honored to have him as a special guest host. Hello, Tracy.
Hello, thank you very much for that kind introduction. It's good to be here. Yeah, and Belle of the Fall, that act that you had talked about, me touring with is in this book, and it's a great honor. So I'm excited to be here and to hear some more great songs and introduce some new people into the book.
So let's start with Charles Langford. Charles Langford began listening to jazz at a young age with his father, who taught him how to differentiate the jazz greats of all time. As a teenager, he began writing songs and playing jazz sax, which allowed him to be part of the local jazz scene and work with some of the greatest names in jazz at the time, including The Temptations, Coco Taylor, Yusef Lateef, Archie Shepp, Donald Byrd, and Avery Sharpe. Hello, Charles. Welcome.
Hello, how are you guys? Thanks for
Great,
having me.
great to
Great.
have you here. And we also have Pete Nelson, who's released two albums, The Restless Boys Club, Days Like Horses, on Signature Sounds label. In 2001, he took a brief hiatus from performing for about 20 years to raise a son. He is also the author of 30 books, including I Thought You Were Dead, an autobiographical novel about a man and his talking dog. He was once nominated by the Boston Music Awards as the best newcomer in the folk category, but lost to someone named Patty Griffin. Hello, Pete.
How you doing?
Great to have you here.
Mark, I wanted to mention one thing that I forgot to say, which is kind of important about the Essential Western New England Songbook, and that's that it's not actually a book. It's a listenable anthology that's on a playlist that you can access on Spotify or on YouTube or as a Google Doc spreadsheet that has lots of information also about each of the songs and the artists, as well as links to their songs. So you can listen for hours and enjoy this incredible music on Spotify, YouTube, or through that Google Doc.
I have actually. All right. So let's start off. We're going to play Charles Langford, Dance With Me.